Hello everyone. I am BGK. Okay, let's get started here. We have a lot to get through. First invention of the evening. Envelope condiments. Who here has ever licked an envelope to seal it? It tastes gross, right? Well, my idea is little condiments that you can sprinkle on an envelope before you lick it to make it taste good. My next idea is, you've heard of this new DIY small space living movement. Some people are building tiny houses. Some people are living in sheds or storage containers. Well, my idea is for people to live inside the stomachs of whales, like Pinocchio. When you get swallowed by a whale, you can run around inside of it and have adventures and whatnot. My plan is for those who want affordable living to get swallowed by a whale on purpose, and then build a house in there and live rent-free. Think about it. Infinite food and water supply. You just take a portion of what the whale eats and drinks. It's an outside-the-box solution to the housing market problem. So, yeah. My next idea is the hawk e-stick. Not a hockey stick, it just sounds the same. A hawk e-stick. It's like a hawk, you know. The bird combined with a virtual stick. Well, I don't know exactly what that means yet. I came up with the pun before I came up with the actual idea. I'll fill the idea in later, but it's on the drawing board for now. For my next invention, we have cadaver body pillows. You know how everyone calls you a loser if you have an anime body pillow because it's like a substitute for a real person for guys who can't get girlfriends? Well, I have this idea to remedy that whole situation. You know how everyone dies, and we have all these dead bodies just lying around, right? How about instead of burying them all, why not stuff them and make them into human pillows that people can buy instead of anime body pillows, you know? That way, you don't have to be a loser anymore who sleeps with anime pillows. And then if someone you really like dies and you're really sad, you can just have their body stuffed, like, keep it in your house forever. Just an idea that I've been kicking around. My next idea is a Ouija board for the illiterate. How are people who can't read supposed to figure out what the ghosts are saying when they use a Ouija board? I don't know. That one is kind of dumb. Moving on. My next idea is a cure for cancer that involves just not doing anything at all. When you find a suspicious lump, just ignore it and forget about it. The same strategy that you use to deal with bullies, you can use it to deal with the ultimate bullies, cancer. Just ignore it and it loses all of its power. Oh wow, I'm pooping blood. Nothing's even wrong. This doesn't bother me at all. Oh, is there a brain tumor in my head giving me these massive migraines? I don't even feel anything. What was that? The wind? Yeah, just ignore cancer or whatever. My next idea is You know how they have those shoes with the built-in skates? How about shoes with built-in chicken rotaries? See, the motion of walking could turn the rotary and cook a chicken for you at the same time. Dinner on the go, as they say. Necessity is the mother of invention. That's how I look at things when I'm coming up with this stuff, you know. You always want to cook and walk at the same time, and now you can. So my next invention is Porpoise carpetbaggers. You know how porpoises look almost exactly like dolphins, except they have those big round Ninja Turtle heads? And also, you know how the porpoise populations are dwindling after the Gulf oil spill and they're in danger of extinction? My idea is for porpoises who want to get a new start on life to just migrate to the south and live with dolphins and just blend in and pretend to be dolphins the way the carpetbaggers did back in the day. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with something to help out this whole wildlife situation. This is the best idea that I've come up with so far. I don't see anybody else thinking of solutions. Now, for my next invention here, we have drone-powered forks. You put a tiny drone attached to a fork that can fly the fork around and feed you when you're gaming. Now you can finally eat and play video games at the same time, conveniently. Nothing says time to go home, like when your friend passes you the Mad Catz controller covered in Cheeto dust. Now you can keep your controllers clean and get in some gamer fuel at the same time. My next idea is pants that come with a smaller third leg slot to put your ding-dong into. It will just like stick out in front of your pants. That way you don't have to be cramped up in your underwear all day anymore. Yeah. For my next idea, we have jock straps that double as gas masks. Yeah. We're getting into the more raunchy inventions here, so if there are any children watching, any kids, you might want to leave the room. How convenient would it be to just take off your jock strap and use it as a gas mask, just in case that Yellowstone volcano blows up and you need a gas mask ASAP. It's a good idea. My next idea is gas masks that don't actually work. They're just like cheap plastic Halloween masks that just look like gas masks. That way, if you're in a war, you can save costs on buying actual gas masks and just have your soldiers put on these. And then the enemy will see and be like, well, we may as well put up the mustard gas. They've got masks on. Yup. My next invention is
a butt plug
for white people who want to be black. It's a good idea. My next idea is Parkinson's disease alternative energy micro power plants. You build little power plants and attach them to like people like Michael J. Fox who have Parkinson's disease, and then use their shakes to generate electricity. If you get together every single person with Parkinson's in the world and do this, it will actually make enough electricity to get us into a new clean energy age by 2034. I don't know if that's just a guesstimate, but it's a good idea, you have to admit. And for my last invention of the evening, a spring-loaded, brass-knuckled boxing glove, Jack-in-the-Box. just to play a prank on a child or toddler or whatever, you can just give them this and tell them to put their face really close to the jack-in-the-box and wind it up. Just trust me, it'll be funny. But yeah, those are all my inventions for the evening. Stay tuned for next week. Wait, I forgot about the flame retardant tree suits. Just fireproof clothes you can put on trees to help prevent forest fires. No big deal, but yeah. Those are all my inventions for the evening. Subscribe, donate to my Patreon, and for this week's BGkumbi Witticism of the Week, if you really want to prevent forest fires, then just schedule them on a day where it's going to rain. Thank you, and good night.